It's a quiet morning. You're standing in the bathroom, glasses on, half awake, just trying to get through your routine. And then your eyes land on something in the shower. Something big. Something dark, motionless, and absolutely horrifying. And before your brain can even catch up to your body, you're screaming. Not a little gasp, not a sharp inhale, a full-throated, wake the neighbors, why is this happening to me scream. And somewhere down the hall, your husband starts laughing. If you've ever lived with someone who uses humor as a weapon, or if you've ever been the person in a relationship who keeps almost doing the chore, this story is going to hit differently. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new here, and settle in. Because this one is equal parts hilarious, relatable, and completely deserved. I am legally blind without my glasses. Not, oh, I just need them for reading, blind. I mean, the world without my lenses is basically a watercolor painting someone left in the rain. Colors, shapes, vague suggestions of objects. That's my reality the moment those glasses come off. So naturally, the shower is a strategic operation. Over the years, I've developed a system, a survival system. The transparent bottle, shampoo. The pink one, conditioner. The blue one, body wash. I know my bathroom the way a ship captain knows a familiar harbor, not by sight, but by memory and feel. I know where the towel hook is. I know how many steps to the door. I know the temperature dial by touch. What I cannot do, what is physically, genuinely impossible for me, is see the shower drain from outside the shower. The angle doesn't work. The steam fogs everything. And without my glasses, I'm essentially operating in a soft focus dream sequence. So when it comes to drain maintenance, let's just say it's not exactly top of mind. Now, I should also mention, I have a cat. Her name is Callie. She is long-haired, deeply opinionated, and absolutely convinced that the shower is a social space. She doesn't get in the water, mind you. She's not feral, but she likes to be near it. She sits on the edge of the tub, supervises the shampoo process, occasionally bats at the water stream, and sheds. Constantly, like a slow, beautiful, luxurious snowfall. If snowflakes were tiny cat hairs that accumulated in your drain. Combine Callie's aggressive molting with my own hair, and what you get is a drain situation that my husband has described on multiple occasions as concerning, borderline geological, and once, memorably, like something died in there. He is not wrong. I know he is not wrong. And here's the thing. I don't want to be the person who ignores the problem. That's not who I am. Every time he brings it up, I feel a genuine pang of guilt. He'll come out of the shower with a look on his face. That particular look. The one that says, I love you, and I am choosing not to make this a fight, but I also need you to know that I just extracted what appeared to be a small animal from our plumbing. And I'll meet his eyes, or Callie will meet his eyes, whichever of us he's looking at first. And we both do the thing. The sad eyes, the slight tilt of the head, the unspoken, we're sorry, and we'll try harder, and please still love us. He always forgives us. He always moves on. He cleans the drain, mutters something under his breath, and life continues. But here's the part that I, in my heart of hearts, have always known and never quite addressed. I say I'll do better, and then I don't. Not because I'm lazy, not because I don't care. It's just that the moment I step into that shower, my glasses are off, the world dissolves, and my brain is operating on autopilot. Shampoo, conditioner, body wash, rinse, done. The drain is invisible to me, literally, so it never makes it onto the mental checklist. Weeks go by. Months, maybe. The cycle repeats. Husband sees the hair. Husband cleans the hair. Husband gives the look. Sad eyes. Promises. Forgiveness. Repeat. It became almost comfortable, in that slightly shameful way that bad habits do. He never escalated. He never made it into a real argument. He just handled it. And I, in the way that people do when someone always handles something, let him. I told myself he didn't really mind that much. I told myself it wasn't a big deal. I told myself I'd set a phone reminder to check the drain, and then I never set the reminder. What I didn't realize was that somewhere in that patient, endlessly forgiving brain of his, my husband had been quietly planning, not maliciously. Let me be clear about that. He wasn't sitting in a dim room stroking a cat. Well, Callie was available for that, but that's beside the point. And plotting my downfall. He's not that kind of person. He's the kind of person who, when faced with a recurring problem, thinks, okay, what's the actual obstacle here? What would actually change this? And the answer he landed on was elegant in its simplicity. I can't see the drain from outside the shower, but I can see the shower wall. The morning it happened, I had barely been conscious for 5 minutes. I was standing at the sink, glasses on for once. I'd worn them in from the bedroom because I was planning to do my skincare routine before showering, and I was just existing. Not fully awake. Coffee not yet consumed. Brain in standby mode. I turned toward the shower to reach for something on the ledge, and my eyes, my glasses corrected, perfectly focused eyes, landed on the shower wall. And there it was. Dark, sprawling, massive, pressed flat against the white tile like it had been waiting for me, like it knew. My brain did not process hairball. My brain processed giant bug, and then immediately short-circuited. I want you to understand, I have a phobia. Not a casual, ew, bug situation. A genuine, visceral, heart rate doubling, every horror movie instinct firing phobia. The kind where your body reacts before your thoughts do. The kind where logic completely abandons you. So when I saw that dark shape on the wall, I screamed. I screamed. The kind of scream that comes from somewhere deep in your chest that you didn't know existed. The kind of scream that has texture. I stumbled backward, nearly knocked over my toothbrush holder, grabbed the counter, and kept screaming while also somehow trying to process what I was seeing and also wondering where the cats were, because what good are they if not to handle the wildlife situation? And then, footsteps. Fast ones. My husband, sprinting down the hallway because his wife is clearly being murdered in the bathroom. He bursts through the door. He looks at me. He looks at the shower wall. And he starts laughing. Not a chuckle. Not a polite little, oh, honey, full, unrestrained, doubled over laughter. The kind that takes over your whole body. He's gripping the doorframe. Tears are forming. He is gone. Look again, he manages, between gasps. Look at it again. I look. My heart is still pounding. My hands are shaking. I take one step closer, glasses bringing everything into sharp relief, and I look at the giant bug on my shower wall and... It's a hairball. A hairball. Collected from the drain, carefully placed at eye level, at exactly the height I'd see it with my glasses on the white tile wall where it would register as an enormous dark shape to someone who just walked in. He planned this. My wonderful, patient, chronically ignored on the drain front husband looked at his problem, identified the variable. She can't see the drain, but she can see the wall, and created a solution that was also, accidentally, the funniest thing that had ever happened in our bathroom. I left it somewhere you could see it, he wheezed, still laughing because he was not even slightly sorry. You always say you'll check, and you never check. So I figured, maybe you just need a better view. I stood there, hand on my chest, heart rate beginning, slowly, to return to normal, staring at the hairball. Staring at my husband, who had the audacity to look both delighted and completely at peace with his choices. And the most infuriating, humbling, perfect part? He was right. He was completely, totally, annoyingly right. He didn't yell. He didn't fight. He didn't give me an ultimatum. He just found the one angle where I couldn't ignore the evidence. And he let physics and my phobia do the rest. I wanted to be annoyed. I really did. But standing there in my bathroom, slightly trembling, looking at a hairball that had been staged like a prop in a psychological thriller, I felt something else start to bubble up instead. It was laughter. Reluctant laughter. The kind you're trying to suppress because you feel like you shouldn't find this funny, but your body has made the decision for you. I started laughing, and he started laughing harder, and Callie wandered in from somewhere looking deeply unbothered by all of it. "You're an asshole," I told him. "I know," he said, not remotely repentant. "It was well-deserved," I admitted. He handed me the drain cleaner. Here's what I keep thinking about, though. He could have escalated. He could have turned it into a fight. He could have built resentment out of something small until it became something big. Instead, he found the most creative, proportionate, completely harmless way to make his point, and he made it so effectively that I will never, ever forget to clean that drain again. Sometimes the best lesson isn't delivered with anger. Sometimes it's delivered with a strategically placed hairball at eye level. And honestly, respect.